And we're live. Welcome in everybody to the Flippin Hippos channel. Thank you for joining us tonight. We certainly appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day to join us here. With me tonight, I have two very special people. They're special to me. Two of my really great friends in the reselling community have joined me tonight to do a reselling panel open to you guys to ask us anything. But before we get into the questions, for anyone that is new to the channel or followed Lance or Justin over here that isn't familiar with me, my name is Star and I'm a flipping hippo. I do reselling with my boyfriend. He is my life and business partner, as we like to say. And we run this YouTube channel together. He's never on camera, but he's always behind the scenes doing stuff. And he specializes in electronics, phones, and men's clothing. And I specialize in women's jeans mostly and plush. Many of you know me as the plushy queen. And I guess that's me in a nutshell. I'm pretty much just, I try to be 100% transparent and honest all the time and show the reality of reselling instead of the glamorous side of it. I am an amateur YouTuber, so I sometimes knock my camera over or mute my microphone. There's always issues at my live show, but we have fun. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Justin and let him talk about himself for a minute.
Hi, I'm Justin. I have a channel. It's RVA Flips. I've been doing YouTube for like a month, but I do a morning show every day. It's fun. You should come and see it if you're up early. Well, it's Monday through Friday, so don't expect you're going to see it on the weekends. And yeah, I am all about showing the glamorous side of reselling, if you can't tell from this room. So, yeah, it's all glamour here, no substance. So, you know, no, I'm just joking. 90% of my content is literally me listing. So if you like background noise while you're working, check out my channel.
And Lance, tell us about you. I think we're having a hiccup.
Hey guys, I'm Lance. I'm fairly new to doing YouTube. I've been watching these guys forever. I've been
Did Lance break up or fall off?
I think he froze because I don't see him blinking.
Okay. Yeah, he started to break up for me. I guess we could just message him and tell him to go out and come back in.
Yeah. Well, real fast, I'll tell you all a little bit about Lance. Since he wasn't able to. Lance is new to YouTube. He just started his channel, Reselling to Recovery. He was a full-time reseller at one point. He did have to go back to support his family to working a regular job. But he's getting back into reselling, and he's kind of doing something cool to where he's overcoming his addiction to alcohol. Reselling as a avenue for that. So it's a really cool Instagram account, and the channel so far he's put up like 5 videos. So be sure to check it out. It's a good channel. And he's working more and more. He keeps sending me messages showing me how he's upgrading his stuff for his channel. So be sure to check out his channel and support it.
I think he's back.
Can you hear me?
I see.
We can now.
Yeah, there he goes. He's back.
Good. My bad. I don't know what just happened.
Justin says, my video is amazing today. I'll tell you what, we fixed my internet, we think. When we bought the new laptop, it came with Windows 10, which we hate as nerds. Me and Keith are strictly Windows 7. Windows 10 likes to upgrade without permission and pop up ads and all this gross stuff. So there is a way to throttle that. You basically go in the back end of your computer and you lie to your computer and you tell it that you have too slow of a connection for updates, and it won't automatically update or throw up those ads at you because it thinks that you have a too slow of an internet to handle that. But I think when we did that, when we told it we had the lower internet, it affected me going live. Like somehow Google Hangouts was being told also that I had a bad connection. And that was what was going on the last couple of weeks with my videos going in and out and the breakup and the buffering and all that stuff. So we went ahead and undid that. And so now I have to deal with my computer randomly just deciding to update on its own in the middle of me listing and all these ads and stuff. So what I think we're going to do for the Christmas break is probably break down and just put Windows 7 on this thing because I can't handle it. I just can't. Let me say hi to some people. Jameson's Closet's here. I saw Tim sneak in. Holly is here. Oh, my Chichingness is here. Oh, that reminds me. I need to tell you about your Ernie plush. I finally got to look him up Friday, but then we had some stuff come up. So I'll get with you after the show is over.
Who let Holly
Flippin'
in?
Daddy is here. Huh?
Who let Holly in?
I don't know. Trolls sneak in here all the time. I'm surprised Jamie's not here. Key Lime Kisses is here. No, I don't do Apple products. I just don't like Windows 10. It's a very invasive operating system, and we thought we were going to find a sneaky way around that, but it was throttling the Hangouts too, I think. Mandy's here. Hi, Mandy. I'm in a little bit of a silly mood. It is Christmas Eve. And I'm not like feeling like it's a work day, but you guys, we're here to answer your questions. This is a reseller panel. I told you that my specialty is really plush, and I do a lot of women's jeans. That's where my knowledge lies. But I do know a lot about men's shirts and electronics. I'm about phone. Being with Keith. Justin knows a lot about men's clothing, right?
I mean, I know things. I wouldn't say I know things.
I know a thing. And he flips like wrestlers.
I flip everything, man. Toys, clothing, electronic, anything that I can sell for decent profit margin, I will throw my hat in the ring for.
And Lance is really smart about electronics and buying in bulk and buying liquidation lots, right?
I'm more into elation, and it's a risk, but sometimes it pays off pretty well.
I'm reading the chat. Oh, my Chingness for after selling for a year and a half got 2 returned the wrong side. This is the month where people like to return stuff. That week right after Christmas, Keith refers to it as Returnicus. It's Returnicus. It's like its whole own holiday. It's Returnicus. I just want to know whose bright idea was to start the charm tabs instead of Windows. Yeah, I think Windows 10 was intended to be used with touchscreen, and so it's touchscreen friendly. And if you're a dinosaur like me and you just want an old-fashioned computer, it's not. I don't like it. I don't like it. Pineapples, as Kevin Smith would say, pineapples. And anyone that gets that gets like 5,000 cool points. So you guys need to ask questions because we're here to answer them, or like Justin said in the chat, we're just going to sit here and talk.
If I can get my computer to work right, we will.
It would not be a live show here at Flippin' Hippos if somebody wasn't having technical difficulties and or embarrassing themselves in some way.
Well, I'm the one tonight.
I always tell people I have no business being a YouTuber, but here we are.
I'm here.
Y'all ask questions. Anything. You can ask personal questions too. You don't have to ask about reselling. Anything we don't want to answer, we won't. I'm sure.
I really don't. I will answer anything.
How many plushies did I sell in 2018? Oh crap, I don't even know. A lot. So many that I can't. Every day, 2 to 5. It's crazy right now. August we sold a lot. I don't know. I'm like trying to think, but there's just so many. A lot. I probably sell a lot, like jeans and plush the most.
Tim just asked how tall you are.
Who asked how tall I am?
Tim.
I am 5 foot, Tim. I might be 5'1". Sydney from Posh Boss says she's 5 foot, and she's the only person I've ever met who's like shorter than me. I was a shorter person. Like, I'm 5'1". See, I'll ramble. tell you all.
Star, where'd you go?
Yes.
Star, where'd you go?
She's talking, but I think it's
too sold.
I think it's lagging or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it tonight.
Yeah, she's still in the yeah, I think it's lagging. I see her in the hangout.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting any
hello?
Way to go, Tim. You broke her.
There she is.
Hello.
Hey, there she is.
Hi.
Hey, you're back.
Sorry, it started going into robot mode with you for a bit.
You know what? Then maybe we didn't fix the issue. Maybe the other option we have, this laptop only came with 2 USB ports, so my camera and mic take them up, but we bought a splitter that gives me more, and I may have to bring over our, what do you call the thing that you plug in that picks up the Wi-Fi?
The router?
Is that no, not the router. That's what gives you internet. The hoochie coo.
The hoochie. That is, I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't know about
it.
The thing. What's that thing called, Keith? That thing that brings the internet.
The gateway.
The thing we were going to move over probably. The plug, the USD thing we're going to steal from the computer and move over. Okay, it's the thing that we bought the USB thing for. We bought the splitter so I could plug it in. What is that called? Okay, it's a network adapter. Hoochie Coo works though, right?
It works for me.
Real nerds talk however we want. Real nerds do whatever we want.
So it's your internet messing me up too.
So there was a question, guys. Oh, Star's gone again.
Star.
Yeah, she's frozen again. Okay, so real fast, while she's getting her stuff situated, there was a question in the chat. It was, what was your most profitable flip this year? Lance, you're kind of new, so it's probably more fresh in your memory. What would you say so far has been your most profitable flip?
It was a DVD recorder, the quarter VHS player that I sold last week. I think I paid either 5 or 10 at Goodwill, and I flipped it for 99 last week.
Awesome.
It's nothing big, but it's for a small. I've been back on eBay since November 15th. I think I'm just a little over $2,000 in sales, and I mean that's good for me doing it as little as I do because I have a regular 9-to-5 job and everything, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Absolutely. For me, just real fast, I don't know if it's my best flip of the year, but most memorable is I bought a couple of Yamaha remotes for about $1 a piece, and I flipped them between $60 to $80, depending on the model. And I had about 6 of them, so that was a pretty nice little flip.
That's good.
Over time. So Star, are you back with us? What's your most profitable flip this year?
Her chair's with us.
Yeah, she's probably flipping out on Keith, if I had to guess. But that's all right, guys. Keep asking questions. We'll
poor Keith is getting it right now.
Star's back. She's back with us.
Oh, hey, Star.
Oh, she's gone again. That's okay. So let me see. Was there any questions that I missed in the chat, guys? We'll keep this rolling. Henry is here. Test. Star, are you with us?
No.
It's supposed to be that Amish Pennsylvania internet I keep hearing about.
Okay, so Seymour is saying his most, or she, I don't know, but my most profitable flip was Cole Haan vintage alligator men's shoes. Nice, good find. Michelle Lathan sold a laminator for $1,100 profit. That's awesome. And Lance, I actually got to meet Michelle this past Friday at the little meetup we did here at the Chick-fil-A. So that was cool.
Oh.
Cool to meet her and her brother. But that's a great flip, Michelle. Holly's asking what was y'all's favorite item to come through your store this year? You have a favorite item, Lance?
Probably a prototype Mark's toy water gun from 1951. It was a prototype of a toy that was never actually made. It's the only one in existence, and I'm having a hard time letting it go.
Yeah, for me, I bought a big. If you watch my channel, I did a big action figure purchase back in July, and there was a bunch of the early like late 97, 98 McFarlane horror icon figures in there, or the movie Maniacs, and I ended up selling them all. It was like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, and I really wanted to keep them, but they were worth like 40, 50 a piece, and I had 40 cents in them, so they had to go.
Did I just see Star's head kind of go to the side in there like that?
I think she's messing with the cables and stuff on her computer. So we're just gonna keep it going until she can rejoin us. We don't want to make it awkward for the good people watching us this evening. All right, so good guys, go ahead and fire up some questions. I'm caught up with the chat, so me and Lance will host this shindig until our leader returns to us. Fate or Fate, it says they sold a USPS uniform jacket from the 1940s. That's really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, Jameson's Closet's asking what are your goals for 2019? Lance, do you want to hop in there?
I have no goals. I'm just kidding. I'm hoping to just scale my store up a little bit more. I'm being able to spend more time on it, and hopefully eventually going back full time again. That's my ultimate goal. I don't know if it'll happen in 2019, but it will happen.
Absolutely. For me personally, my goal is I've made a commitment that I'm going to experiment with Poshmark. I've been pretty stubborn with not using that platform. So I am going to start cross-posting my clothing to Poshmark and see what happens there. And then my other goal is to get back into getting FBA shipments sent out to Amazon on a more frequent basis, which I haven't sent one out probably in about 7 or 8 months. So not very good. But that's me. And then, of course, just keep scaling my store. My ultimate goal is I want to be at Anchor Store by the end of next year, like where it makes sense to have the Anchor Store. But we'll see how it happens. It's, I don't want to spread myself too thin. Seymour is asking, what do you think about shoes? I sell lots of shoes, but I don't want to put my eggs in one basket. Shoes are great, but I mean, I'm a fan of not niching yourself into any corner. Don't get comfortable with one product type, sell everything. You don't have to. 90% of buyers on eBay are not shopping your store unless you're in a really specific niche. Most people are just looking for what they want and looking for someone with good feedback and that with good prices. So I would say sell anything that's profitable personally, or that you're into, or that
shoes. I don't do any kind of clothing shoes whatsoever, so I'm definitely not one to chime in on that. I don't have the patience to do clothes. I don't even like. Me and my wife have a deal where she does all the laundry. I don't even like to fold clothes. There's no way I could prep clothes to sell. No way.
Yep. Yeah, but for me, I would say just, if you are into shoes, I would say going into the new year, get into another category that you maybe don't know well and start learning it. Check sold comps, and just kind of learn the do's and don'ts of a different category you may or may not be comfortable with. It's always good to expand your product knowledge. Yep, Casey says people ask about store names. It's not important. No one searches eBay by store name or anything like that. Typically, no. Unless you have a big following, someone might follow your store. But other than that, people are looking for specific products. Absolutely.
Right.
Fader Faded says agreed. Been learning to master the keywords and SEO on it. Yep, that's always a good thing to constantly be trying to improve. Hey, Star, are you back with us? Oh my! He says Star.
Maybe not.
Star's playing peekaboo.
Playing peekaboo.
Just making sure I didn't miss any of the questions here. Guys, go ahead and keep dropping them. Where Star will get back with us, and we will get her to give her answers as well once she's able to rejoin. I think I remember all the questions that have been asked so far, so we will get her take here in a second.
Am I here?
Yay, Star. Okay,
yeah,
so I got some questions for you that the chat had that me and Lance have already answered. You ready for rapid fire? Star.
Okay, well,
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Are you ready for some questions, Star?
Am I here?
Yes, you're here.
You're here.
So first question, Star, is what was your most profitable item this year?
I went ahead and plugged it in. Ever?
Just this year. Like, what would you say, or most memorable flip for you this year?
Still. I'm going to shoot somebody.
I'm going to duck.
Jameson's Closet's asking, how many items do we list per day? Honestly, not enough for me personally. I shoot for 30 a day. Sometimes I don't hit that. A lot of times I don't hit that. But yeah, Lance, what about you? You're part time. What do you shoot?
I'm lucky if I hit 10 a day. I think I only have 70. I don't think I only have 70 actives right now. I'm just doing it slow. I have about 90 sold and 70 listed. So my sell-through rate's been really good. I've just been kind of lazy on the listing, which I got to get better on.
I mean, I'll tell you this: 10 a day as a part-timer, I think that's really good. There's a lot of us full-timers that don't always hit that. I'm one of them. Some days I'm lucky if I get 10 up. I'm not going to lie about it. Like, there's other parts of this business that aren't listing. And especially if you're doing a YouTube channel and you're doing like your bookkeeping, there's a lot of other things, sourcing that take up time. I really wish I had more time and energy to focus on the listing end of it, because I definitely have a crazy backlog. Star, test. Are you with us? I think she's still frozen. She's not blinking. That's okay. We'll keep the questions rolling to show this. Casey says, when my store was maxed out in Amazon, we listed 40 to 50 a day with 2 people and me sourcing. As of today, we list 10 to 15 depending on what we sourced, eBay versus Amazon. Yep. I would say, though, for what I've discovered personally, and I don't think there's any hard science to it, but regarding eBay's algorithm, I think the magic number is between 10 to 15 a day, just to keep your other listings boosted in search. It's not going to give you a crazy boost, but I think it helps. And the other thing I would definitely suggest maybe adding to your listings, because I do think it's helping even more than free shipping right now, is the free returns as far as where you are in search placement. But that's just me. All right. Here you go. Here you go, Lance. I got a question for you. What gross dollar amount sold and duration should I consider going full time?
Oh gosh. Probably what you make now, what you bring home, I would say at least 3 to 4 times that. Yeah. Just to even think about going full time.
And Seymour, I think I would also tell you it depends, right? I don't know what your living expenses are. I don't know what your mortgage is. I don't know or if you have a rent payment. I don't know what your car or credit bills look like. It's different for everybody. I don't know if you have a spouse for insurance. All these things you have to take into consideration. Because my situation may be different than yours, right? So you kind of got to look at your own expenses and see what you need to continue living comfortably.
And like Holly said, Casey uploaded a video, I think maybe yesterday on this. It was really good. They gave out the numbers yesterday or day before, something like that. It's really good on getting your numbers on what you need to be to go full time.
Yeah, I need to catch. I don't think I've caught that one yet. I've been kind of, with Christmas and everything, I've been kind of behind on my YouTube viewing. Yeah, Jason, that's correct. Depends on your monthly bills. Absolutely. So everyone's situation is different, Seymour, but I would just say really give an honest, hard look at what your expenses are, your monthly, like, non-negotiable expenses are. And you need to figure out then what you need for, like, groceries, gas, all that fun stuff. Okay. Anyone got any other questions? Let's see them in the chat. I feel bad because we're on Star's channel. We have no Star. Hopefully, though, she's watching. Well, she's probably trying to frantically get her internet fixed, if I had to guess. I know how that is, though, man. On this old laptop that I'm using right now, because, like I said, I can't do anything new right now. But it's sometimes it'll just like go into like a spaz mode where it doesn't work. So. Bridget Hernandez, do you have any tax advice starting out? Yeah, go to a CPA.
Right.
Go talk to a CPA. Do not take tax advice from me or anyone else on the internet.
Absolutely correct. Do not get tax advice from a group or anybody online. Talk to a CPA.
But I would do that sooner rather than later, because I will tell you this is a lot of misinformation about taxes. And the IRS, if you buy anything, even if it's a $1 t-shirt that you're planning to sell for profit, as soon as that item sells, the IRS does want their cut. It's not a matter of waiting until you hit 20,000 and PayPal sends you a that just means they tattled on you. But the IRS wants their money even if you only sold one thing, if it's sold at profit. So just keep that in mind. Jason says, I suggest everyone get a reseller permit next year with the new laws changing regarding internet sales tax. Yeah, I mean, definitely get your business set up legitimately, for sure. So Lance, real fast while we wait for Star, tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel you just started. I kind of gave people a synopsis when we're having hiccups, but go ahead and give us a little spiel of your channel.
Well, it's basically I'm a recovering alcoholic. I was very bad off for about 25 years. Almost lost my family, everything here recently, and I decided to finally give it up about 2 months ago. And I started back reselling as a way of kind of taking the time away to keep me away from drinking, and it's really helped me. It's really helped me a lot. So I'm kind of documenting my journey of recovery. It's been a tough ride, but I'm slowly taking it one day at a time, and I'm getting there. And I'm just going to try to document that, and if I could just help somebody because I know there's a lot out there that struggle with the same demons that I have, and you need support. And I'm willing to give support to anybody that needs it.
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
I think I'm okay now. I put the adapter in and restarted.
Cool. Test. Start. Can you just kind of talk for like 2 minutes to make sure you're good?
Star.
He's frozen again.
Yep, she's not blinking.
Yeah. Yes, Holly, that's correct too. Dryers and steamers will take care of that for sure. Yeah, Mandy, I'm gonna go ahead and link his channel in the chat. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up the link now, and I will link his channel.
Just click my name. I'll put it on there in the chat. That's Reselling to Recovery.
Here's the link here too, guys. This will take you right to it.
Nice. Thank you, Justin.
You are welcome, sir. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. Bridget Hernandez, our CPA is expensive. Bridget, most CPAs will give you one consultation appointment for free, and the hopes and understanding that you'll use them to file your taxes. But yeah, and then I would also highly recommend investing in some sort of bookkeeping application or software, such as like GoDaddy bookkeeping, or a lot of people use QuickBooks, small business. But definitely get something to track your expenses and make sure you have a system for holding on to receipts and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I use GoDaddy bookkeeping. I love it. It ties into everything, and it's wonderful.
That's what I use as well, is GoDaddy bookkeeping. But I know, I think Casey uses QuickBooks, and Megan Malwini uses QuickBooks. But I definitely, I think Star is a GoDaddy user as well. Tiffany Moody is asking, reseller permit, is that the sales tax ID?
Every state's different.
Yeah, it depends on your state.
Like here in Mississippi, it's just it's a sales tax permit, and that's the same as you don't have to have a separate reseller's permit here. You just have to have your sales tax permit.
GoDaddy integrates with eBay. Yeah, the only issue with GoDaddy is if you sell a lot of Mercari or Poshmark, they don't auto sync currently. But that's not so much GoDaddy's fault as it is Mercari and Poshmark don't have a lot of great back-end tools right now. So I'm sure as time progresses, they'll work on building that stuff out for more like volume business sellers.
Has anybody had good luck with Mercari? Because I know I've had pretty good luck, and I know Holly that's in the chat has started on it recently and has done really well on Mercari.
I've sold a few things on there personally. I think my biggest issue with Mercari is I haven't really put in much time on the platform. So,
right,
that probably plays a role. you are for right now? Can you talk for about 1.5 minutes just to make sure it doesn't go out?
What's going to happen is if it happens again, I'm going to throw my laptop out the window.
Can we please video it? Oh, never mind. We won't be able to see it.
And then I'm going to take my camera and my microphone and go to a desktop because this is just ridiculous. But thank you guys for holding down the fort.
We're trying.
I get so mad when technology doesn't work. It's like, just do what you're supposed to do. I'm okay for now. Star looks so irritated. No, I don't look fine. I'm actually really a little frustrated, but it happens. It wasn't like it was an easy fix, but I got this stupid adapter in. I restarted the laptop.
Oh no.
The next step is the laptop's going out on the train tracks.
Star, somebody asked earlier, what's your goals for 2019?
Our biggest goal for 2019 is to get Keith home with me so he can fire his boss and do this full time with me. That's our biggest goal, and we're really close. So that's our goal. We have a lot of smaller goals, and actually next week's live show is going to be all about goals and stuff. I don't really believe in resolutions because the reason, I guess I'll have to explain it. I don't believe in resolutions because I feel like people who do New Year's resolutions wait all year for New Year to start over or to do something better or to improve themselves. And I don't believe in that. I think like every morning when you wake up, you can be better than you were yesterday. And every Monday is a new week and every first is a new month. And like every day, every new week, every new month is a chance to start over, make new goals, do something better, be better. So I don't believe in resolutions because I'm not going to wait until the new year to be a better me.
I'm the same way. In the last couple of months, my motto has been one day at a time. Every day, I have to, as long as I can get through today, I don't worry about tomorrow.
Yep. I agree. And I just worry about being better than I was yesterday or having a better week than last week or having a better month than last month. And that's for business and personal. So, I mean, I have some goals, but it's not because it's a new year. Obviously I have monetary and business goals overall for the whole year, but because it's a new month, it's a new week, just a normal, we definitely want to bring Keith home. We definitely want to increase our sales. I would like to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of January. This close to that too. So we'll see if that happens. I need to be better at YouTube. I need to be more consistent. I'm really good with the live show, but then throughout the week, it's just like, I think it's because I'm a girl. Because like y'all could just pop out of bed and put a hat on and just go on, right?
Look, my morning show Star, it's literally like I still have sleepers in my eyes. I just go live with a cup of coffee and a prayer, and that's about it.
Yeah, and
but you always have
oh god, I gotta put my makeup on. I gotta do my hair.
But Justin's hair is always so beautiful; it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No. Nope. I think that's a lot of my problem because the way my routine is set up, I do a whole bunch in the morning before I get a shower, just because it makes sense. Like you get up, I exercise, and then I'm hungry, so I want to eat breakfast. So I figure, well, while I'm having breakfast and my coffee, I could be cross-posting, eating and working, cross-posting to Posh, doing the unsolds on eBay. Then I get involved in all this stuff, and before I know it, it's like noon. Yeah, I sleep in. Leave me alone. And I'm like, oh my god, if I get in the shower now, it's just like I get in the shower and then I don't feel like doing my hair and my makeup, and then it's time for shipping. I just feel like my days get away from me, and I really personally need to sit down and reorganize my mornings and make them make more sense, so that I'm doing the most important things first and saving the other stuff for if I have time. Doing a YouTube video every single day shouldn't be something that's if I have time. It should be number one, get your ass ready and pretty and get on the YouTube and make a stupid video, even if it's only 5 minutes.
You don't need makeup for that. Just come on.
Oh, I do.
No, you don't.
No, I have rosacea. So I have like a really red face. I don't. Nope. Ever since I was a teenager, I don't let anybody see me without makeup just because I hate my cheeks. They're like red. This is getting really personal, y'all. No, I do. I have rosacea. It's genetic. Every woman in my family ever has always had it. And it's like, you just look like you have like, you remember those dolls with the real round red marks right here?
Chucky?
I guess. I look like that. And then the tip of my nose is really red, like Rudolph. So I always like to have my makeup on. It's just me. I like makeup. I like putting it on. I enjoy it. It's fun. I like watching YouTube tutorials and stuff. Holly says my cheeks are adorable. They're fat hamster cheeks.
Let's see in the chats. Let's see in the chat some of everybody else's goals for 2019. Let's see what are y'all? What is everybody else's goals for next year?
Did I miss any questions while I was fighting with my computer? I saw y'all talk about Macari. Doesn't work for me.
What was your most profitable item this year?
This year?
Yes, that was one of the questions.
I don't even know. Probably one of the phones or the electronics. I mean, for some reason, I can remember my our most profitable from 2017, and that was that Polaroid camera. But I can't remember this year. I really think it was probably something that Keith was doing that I just isn't that sad that I don't know. Well, no, it's not, because that means we sold so many things that made such a good profit. I can't pick one. My most profitable plush this year was probably that snake that sold for $50. Why are you guys quiet? It's awkward.
Yeah, Holly asked what was the coolest favorite item to go through your store this year? We already answered that. It's your turn.
Oh, coolest or my favorite? They're different.
Coolest / favorites, what she's asking.
Probably the Robert Graham shirt we just flipped. Honestly, and we didn't even source that. That was given to us from my friend. That's probably my favorite, just because it went so fast for so much money, and there was no cost of goods, and it was like a cool shirt. That or one of my plushes, but I don't know. We'll save the Robert Graham shirt. The problem with selling in volume like we do, honestly, and volume, other volume sellers, please back me up. You're listing 20 plus items a day. You're flipping 10 to 20 a day. You're sourcing 300 a week. Sometimes it just becomes a blur, doesn't it, Justin?
Yeah, it does. And I'm not listing 20 items a day, though. I should be.
Well, when we're doing well, when we're not slacking, we're doing 40 a day between the two of us. And then I'm cross-posting to Posh, and it's just so many things come in and out and in and out that it just really, really becomes a blur. It really does. I think if we sold, a couple items a week or weren't volume sellers, I'd probably have a better handle on remembering everything. But sometimes things sell and I don't even remember listing them. I'm like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, that does happen.
When did that go in there?
Mandy said her goal is to get her husband organized. Good luck with that.
Can't get myself organized. So how you guys talked about Macari when I wasn't here, but it really does not work for us. It just doesn't. I list on it faithfully. I've listed. Do you see my eyes crossed? I've tried electronics and the novelty ties and novelty t-shirts and the toys and the plush and the clothes, and it's like once every couple of weeks we have a surprise sale, and that's about it.
I was doing really good on it because I had just decided to completely boycott eBay. But ever since I got back on eBay, I've been completely ignoring Macari. I think I've had one sale on Macari since then, but I haven't listed that area in over a month. So I don't expect to be selling anything on there. I need to start, going back on that because I was doing pretty well on that. And I just kind of gave it up when I started back eBay because it's been going so well. So
yeah. Do I send watchers offers? I do. On Macari and eBay. Twice a week I do offers to likers on Poshmark. On Thursdays, we do, I should say we because Keith helps me sometimes. It's tedious. But on Thursdays, we do 20% off, and then on Sundays we send out 30% off on Poshmark. And then when we're done with that, or if he takes over and does that for me while he's doing that, I get on eBay and do the offers to watchers, and then I get on my phone and do the Mercari offers to watchers or likers or whatever it's called on Mercari. It's equivalent. But yeah, I do all 3 platforms twice a week. I don't get any bites on Mercari from it, and I've had like 2 on eBay. But on Poshmark, it's crazy because I'll send them out on Sunday and we blow up and sell like 10 things. They really work on Poshmark, and I think that's because it's a different buyer mindset. The buyers on Poshmark expect that. It's part of the system. It's part of the process on Poshmark. They like your item and you send them an offer, and everybody knows that. And so they expect it. So when they get that offer, they'll take it. It's newer on eBay and Mercari, so I think that it's not a buyer's mindset yet. And I think also on eBay, sometimes those watchers have been watching the item for so long that they forgot about it and they don't want it anymore. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Holly, you probably have less luck on Poshmark because you're newer to it. Remember when I first started on Poshmark, I went 5 weeks without a single sale in the beginning. And we've built up to like 900, almost 1,000 items on Poshmark at this point, and I'm in Sydney's share group. So, you know, you can't compare yourself to me. I think for where you're at on Poshmark, you're doing great. You're doing better than I was when I was at your level.
That's funny, Holly. Tiffany, no, it's not socially dependent at all. Mercari, you don't have to share. You don't have to do anything like that. It's completely different. It's
like a laid back version of eBay, right?
It is. It's kind of like I don't know. Some things you get really low balled on more than you do on eBay, but some things actually sell a little higher than they do on eBay, in my experience.
Just make sure
they do. We charge shipping on Mercari, and they'll pay what our eBay price is plus shipping.
Right.
And they have no returns. Well, yeah, they have no returns as well.
Yeah, if they have 3 days to try to open a return, after 3 days, they're keeping it regardless.
Mm-hmm. Now on Poshmark, it's the same deal that they have like 3 days, but they cannot return it for non-fitting.
Ah.
So we get all the time. They're leaving. They don't have a message system on Posh. You can just comment on the stuff, the items. All the time. I got these and they don't fit. Would you exchange them? And I just do this cookie cutter. Let me speak right so it doesn't sound vulgar. Sorry, guys.
Snorted.
I did. Oh, shit. I was so angry like moments ago, and now I'm like, wee.
He's cracking asphalt in the winter.
I'm really tired. Okay, a cookie cutter response that Sydney taught me to tell people on Poshmark when they say the item doesn't fit, and they'll come up with all these different things. They want to exchange it. They want to trade. I just say, sorry, but per Poshmark policy, all sales are final. What we can do for you is allow you to use our pictures from our listing to resell it if you so choose. And then we'll offer them like 20% off and free shipping on any other item they want in the store. So they have to keep the stuff and then they can buy something else. It usually works. They're usually okay with it and they'll buy something else. Some people get really mad, but it's like it's the platform's policy. I had measurements in the listing. Why did you buy it if you think it wasn't going to fit? It's not eBay. It's not a dressing room.
I want to say hi to my good buddy Glenn, the Swamp Picker. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Glenn.
Tiffany says she should give Mercari a try. Absolutely, because there's no listing fees. It's not going to cost anything to try it. You should always expand to different platforms regardless. I mean, you don't never put all your eggs in one basket, ever.
I totally agree. Even if you're only getting one surprise sale every couple of weeks like we do, it's Absolutely. One surprise sale. It's more money than we had. It's a sale we didn't make on eBay. And it's really easy to post on Mercari. It's way easier than eBay. I would put it on par with Poshmark. It's super fast, super quick. I can cross post
awesome.
like I could cross post like 10 and 15 minutes. It's so easy.
Oh, Michelle, they do this a lot of times. Macari will do the same thing too. If somebody does ask for a return in the first 3 days after they receive it, a lot of times Macari will refund the buyer and the seller, just like they do on Poshmark sometimes.
We've had a couple of items not as described on Poshmark, and they always close in our favor. But they'll change their stories. They're just as bad as eBay buyers in some instances. They'll come up with one thing and then change their story to try to get the return, and they can see where all the messages where the story was changed, and they'll just close it out. Unlike eBay.
What is the strangest thing you purchased and sold? Seymour asked. I'm in the middle of that right now. I just bought a Donald Trump Cheeto off eBay. And I'm going to try to flip it. I bought it today. It looks like him holding his thumbs up.
No.
It hasn't sold yet, but I bought this thing. You know that? I bought this thing. I have it listed on eBay.
I have a
put it up for $80 as a haunted doll. It has like 5 watchers, so I'm just waiting for someone to pull the trigger when they're drunk enough.
I have a plush. It actually got taken down in that debacle. I talk about sometimes. Many of you've heard the story. Sorry if you've already heard it, but when we set up our new background back there, we took all the plush and put them in drafts because they were really bad photos on like a wooden background, like just the wall back there. And then our drafts got deleted and it was a whole mess. So I'm still digging through this death pile of plush that actually has been around for a long time that was up at one point. But it was this brown fuzzy bear, but it had a hard monkey face. It was like something from the 80s, and I saw it at a yard sale, and I'm like, I think I remember having one of those as a kid, but it's the weirdest plush. It was soft and brown like a bear's body, but the face was hard plastic, like a hard doll, and it kind of looked like a monkey. Does anybody remember Munchie Cheese?
Yes, I do remember the Munchie Cheese. Saturday
it looked
morning.
Like a big Munchie Cheese.
I'm too young for that. Sorry, guys.
Oh my God! I had all of the Munchie Cheese and the tea set with the little.
I have not heard that. I have not heard those words in a long time.
Yeah, I actually remember playing with Munchie Cheese in kindergarten. Our playground had one of those metal dome things that you climb on the outside. I used to go underneath it and have tea parties with my Munchie Cheese. And my friends. I had friends too. It wasn't just me and my Munchie Cheese.
What the hell is a Munchie Cheese? Can y'all explain it to the younger people in the audience?
It's a little tiny monkey who's soft and fuzzy, but their faces were hard, and they had little O's for mouths. And you could put their thumbs in there or bananas.
No one would have cared anything about them if they hadn't came up with a clever name for them.
They were cute though.
They were
Munchie
not
Cheese. You had clothes
for them. The name was just funny.
Yeah, I totally remember them. Star, you're not old enough. Tiffany, you are my very best new friend. I am 40 years old. 40 years young. I was born in 78.
Me too.
I know you're like what, 1 month older than me, almost exactly.
Yeah, something like that.
I used to have a ton of Munchie Cheese. I had all of. Well, I was the only child, and I was Daddy's little girl, so I was spoiled. When I liked something, I got one of everything.
If you haven't heard of them, Google them. You'll see.
I'm doing that now.
Everyone's all freaking out that I'm 40. That makes me feel nice. Justin, I look your age.
Yeah.
You said that?
I'm saying that.
You look my age? How old do I look?
38. Just kidding.
I am 30. I forgot we're not on my channel. I am 30 freaking 3 years old, my friend. Don't put years on me. I need to shave. I'm going to shave the beard. I'm going to shave this little thing, and then I'll look like I'm 10.
At least we'll never be as old as Holly.
I'm actually 150, but I drink vampire blood, so it keeps me youthful.
I do too. It's good. It's good. It has good iron.
Yeah. It keeps you young. Seymour, I would just ignore people who give you funny looks when you're outsourcing. I just ignore people.
Wear a GoPro hat, Seymour, like I do. Then you really get some funny looks.
Oh my gosh, when I'm filming, like in the Goodwills and stuff, well, I kind of hold it down on the down low so I don't get anybody else and they don't see me and yell at me. So when people first walk past me, if you don't see the camera, it's like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, here we have these shirts, and they're looking at me like.
All right, Michelle Lathan says, I look younger in person, Star. See, you wouldn't know. You've never met me.
Well, get your butt up to PA.
Get yourself down in Virginia. Oh, that's right. You hate my state.
I never said I hate your state. Do not put shade on me. Do not put shade on me.
Why would anybody want to go among the Amish in Pennsylvania?
I'm not near the Amish, Lance. That's the other side of the state.
I hear they churn their own butter, though. That could be good.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to go inside to use the bathroom either.
Yeah, they have right outside outhouses.
Oh, goodness. Good grief.
And they have good cheese, Holly says.
Amish cheese is the best.
Mandy says a Virginia-Pennsylvania meetup should happen.
Well, I'm having one up here in the spring, so.
I'll come to that, Scar.
I'm probably going to have it in May around my birthday.
That's too far from.
If it's in May, I may be. I'm not in Germany. I'll try to make it out there. But I might be in Germany.
When are you going to Germany?
The week before Memorial Day. We're going to be in Germany for 10 days.
Well, my birthday's on the 9th, so.
Oh, yeah, that should work then.
Tiffany, I am in Mississippi, unfortunately.
Tim is being awful.
When is Tim not being awful?
Y'all throw out some more questions. I missed like half of my own live show. I was all excited to answer questions.
Channel takeover tonight.
Tiffany, is my accent that bad?
I think mine is probably coming out around you. I'm chewing gum like an amateur on live TV. Like when I'm around Sydney, you can really hear mine come out. I've lived in PA for 10 years. I shouldn't have one anymore, but whenever I get around someone Southern, it comes out.
One picker, I'm in Brandon, which is right outside Jackson.
Am I ever getting married? No, never again.
Me neither.
Nope.
I'm married currently, though. I should state that. But if this marriage doesn't work out, it's not happening again. One and done is my motto.
Mine was 2 and done. Now, Keith and I are fine the way we are. We like our life the way it is. I mean, unless, like, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, unless, like, I met Jennifer Aniston and she wanted to marry me, okay.
I don't blame you on that one.
Seymour, for that question, me personally, I have yet to have one of those magic moments of finding cash in pockets or gift cards. So I haven't found any. What about you guys?
I found a $10 Canadian bill once.
Nice.
I have not found anything.
I did find Canadian money. I have found pennies, snot rags, gum wrappers, hard candies with lint on them.
I found a used condom once. It had stuff in it too.
That's great. That's really fun.
A pair of jeans, a pair of women's jeans.
Okay.
Did you repurpose it?
No, I don't. The jeans. I think I just threw the jeans out. To be honest,
it's all about sustainability.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they were saving it for a race.
I don't think the three of us should be allowed to do that show.
Monetized.
Probably not.
$10, $80. Whoop whoop.
This is the glamour of reselling, guys. This is what you have to look forward to if you want to get into it. Especially if you're going to get into clothing, man. You're going to find all sorts of stuff in clothing. Me and Star could probably tell you some horror stories in clothing.
Yeah.
Star, do you have like any like gross horror stories when it comes to clothing?
Just the stains on women's jeans.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Actually, I'm really mad. I brought home, they were probably in a haul video. I had this pair of new with tags, Ralph Lauren white jeans, and they had these orange and red embroidered flowers up and down the legs, and they were like low waist flare. They were really 70s reminiscent, and they were new with tags. They were 99 cents, and they looked great. You know, I looked them over at the store, but not as well as I normally do because they had tags on them, and I get them home, and inside they were stained. So somebody must have tried them on or something.
Mm.
Yeah, they went in the trash.
Yeah. You know, I haven't had that particular issue with women's jeans. Well, I say that I have about 100 pair over there that I haven't listed or gone through. So I'm sure there's probably some over there that have issues.
But I mean, like, it is gross. But look, like right here, this stack, this is like 40 pairs of jeans that I just measured that are ready to be photographed. Not just, it took me some days and some time and some hours and days, but there's 40 pair here and they're all in great shape. And I found that one pair that I had to throw away. So it's not like it's all the time. And as long as you're careful when you're at the store too, like we all still bring home mistakes. We all do. Get it home, you find a rip, a tear, a stain, a hole. But usually if you're pretty consistently looking things over at the store, you're not even going to get them home, right?
I'm not good on that. I'm pretty, like, I'm a grab and go kind of guy.
Smart says that he touched some poopy underwear at the bins. That's not fun times. Were you wearing gloves?
That's why I don't go to the bins.
Are you one of them people that wear gloves? I hope so.
Yeah. Man.
Mm.
So, do you guys want to run an extra half an hour since I was like locked out for half an hour?
I gotta go shopping at some point. I can go for a little bit longer, but my wife's gonna be yelling.
Yeah, I just glanced up and saw we're already closing in on the hour, and I feel like I haven't even interacted with folks. We'll run an extra half hour. How's that?
I might not be able to, but I'll just let you guys know and y'all can keep rolling. Just because I'm gonna have to go shopping with the wife.
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, it's the holidays. We can be very informal, just have fun tonight. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, like I told you guys before we came on, I'm taking tomorrow off from work.
In the words of R. Kelly, it's the frickin' weekend, baby. I'm gonna have me some.
Yeah, this is my first live show ever, so I'm just, this is a learning experience for me anyway.
Yeah.
You just gotta picture that everyone in the chat is being naked. And it helps.
Oh my gosh, I asked questions in all caps. He's excited. How long do you spend on Posh every day? Not as long as you would think. So it takes me 10, 15 minutes to move over 10 items every morning. And then I share them. Just those. Just the new ones. And then I spend a half an hour before I cook dinner sharing the closet. But not always, because sometimes Keith comes in and takes over so I can start cooking sooner. Who's adding this up? Justin, I nominate you.
I'm not what? Oh.
What?
So like 15 minutes in the morning.
Okay.
And then a half an hour sharing before supper.
Got it.
And then I stay from 10 to midnight. I'm on Posh sharing, but it doesn't always last until midnight. At 10 o'clock, I share my closet to the party. I used to share it to my followers and to the party, so I was basically sharing twice. But now that I'm in that share group, other people are sharing me all day long. So I just share to the party, and then I go into the share group and reshare everyone who shared me. I share like 30 of everybody's things. And I'm done. And I say it from 10 to midnight because the party's from 10 to midnight. But I'm usually, if I'm just straight up focusing and just sharing, and I'm not messaging with Justin and Lance and Holly, I'm done by 11. So that's an hour and 45 minutes a day.
You're at about 3 hours and 20 minutes for the day.
15 minutes in the morning, a half an hour in the afternoon. That's 45 minutes.
Yep, but then you said from 10 to 2. You were on there?
No, I did not say that. What did I say, Lance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
did.
said 10 to midnight, And I said it doesn't always take me till midnight. I'm usually done by 11.
Oh.
Well, okay. Everybody, check out Hicks Treasures. He's in the chat. Him and his wife are very knowledgeable about vintage stuff, and he has a good channel, so check him out too.
Yes, he will actually be on here as a guest on January 13th, which I believe is 2 weeks from today, believe it or not. And
he'll be wearing a shirt, correct?
He on this channel, yes. This is a family-friendly channel. And we will be talking about vintage and antiques, and if I can pluck his brain about SEO, we're going to do that too.
If y'all hear some loud screaming in a minute, my son's trying to break in, so I'm going to have to beat him. So you could hear some screaming in a minute.
It's not good to say on the live channel. So yeah, I spend about, if it takes me 2 hours at night, it takes me 2 hours if I'm extra sharing or whatever. I used to spend a lot more time on it and I sold less. It's with Poshmark, it's about figuring out a system where you're spending less time and selling more, because like with being in the share group, everyone's sharing me all day long. So I've got 20 other people sharing me, and it takes me half an hour to share 30 of their things each, which is less time than it used to take me to share all my stuff all the time.
John, I did last year clearance items from drugstores. I bought a bunch last year right after Christmas, and I flipped those pretty good, but it was on Amazon then when I flipped them. Sometimes you can find some good stuff, but normally drugstores, their prices are so outrageous to start with. It's hard to find any kind of margin on those unless they're really, really, really marked down.
We don't have any luck here with clearance. Like our Walmarts here, their idea of clearance is to put a bunch of stuff in an aisle with clearance signs and mark it 10% down, 10% off.
Right. Yes, never.
That's not clearance.
Flip used toys. Our thrift stores don't ever have any good things around here. I mean, they have just the stuff that there's billions made and they're dirty, and I mean, there's never any good vintage or rare toys that I can find around here. If so, that's what all I would be doing. I love toys.
Oh, toys are fun. That's why I like plush, because they're kind of like a toy.
Right.
And I find a lot of plush at our Goodwills, but the toys, like you said, they're always. They're always broken, dirty, missing parts, missing pieces, written on crowns or markers.
And they're always the most produced ones too, where there's billions of them. I mean, there's no money in it.
Mm-hmm. And even at like yard sales, like one time we lucked out and we found a Yamagata for $1, and it was one of the really rare ones. It was new in package. It sold for $75.
Nice.
All right, guys, I am being beckoned. I'm going to have to go. I apologize, but my wife waits for no man.
All right, well, thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate it, and Merry Christmas.
We will miss your hair.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to me, guys, feel free to check out my channel. It's RVA Flips. I would link it, but I'm kind of too lazy to do so. But Holly, if you guys
are in the business,
Holly, if you want to Lance it, if you want to link it, that'd be great. Thank you, Lance. Thank you so much, Star, for having us on. I'm glad your internet's fixed.
Thank you for coming, Lance. You stay.
Yeah, Lance, you don't go anywhere. You don't get out. Okay.
Thanks
again.
I'm stuck.
I'll have a great holiday. Have a good weekend. All that fun stuff.
Well, I'm sure I'll talk to you before Christmas, but be safe.
You know you will.
Mandy, we're not leaving. Me and Lance are staying. I'm going to stay on until about 9:30. I'm taking the day off tomorrow. We're going to do shipping in the morning, and then we're taking the day off just to catch up on some housework around here, get the house nice and clean, kind of like a winter cleaning, and organize up our eBay space. It's gotten pretty bad. Sometimes you just get disorganized and you have stuff everywhere. So we just need to take the day to organize our eBay room and clean the house. I'm going to clean my hamsters' cages and give them their little special Christmas treats I bought them. And then I'm going to take the rest of the evening off to just watch my version of Christmas movies, which are things like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Santa Slay, SLA1. And Black Christmas, which is one of my favorites. It's actually my banner on Facebook right now. So we're going to pop some corn and watch some scary horror Christmas movies. There's a Hulu original, Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
The Santa Chronicles?
No, it's part of that Into the Dark where they're releasing one movie a month.
Ah.
It's an actor that puts on this costume and he becomes the thing.
I have no
I'm
idea.
gonna look it up. I am gonna look it up, which means I can't see the chat for a second.
Do you usually do well sourcing at estate sales? I've actually never sourced at an estate sale. A couple times I've attempted to go, and there was lines of cars like a mile down the road, and I decided I wasn't even getting involved in that. I don't know, Star, have you ever went to an estate sale and had any luck?
No. Unfortunately for us, I think we have found out why we don't have luck at estate sales is because we don't go on Saturday. If they start on Friday and you don't go until Saturday, they're going to be picked over. But Keith still works outside of the house, and I don't go alone just because I don't know what I'm going to find, and I'm not supposed to pick up anything over 5 pounds. I also don't navigate stairs very well because of my back and my injury. And I just don't want to be in with a bunch of people if there's stairs or anything like that. It makes me nervous. You know what I mean? I don't go sourcing alone because I just don't know what I'm going to run into.
I'll be honest, I don't do a lot of sourcing outside. Every once in a while I go to Goodwill. Mainly I'm a liquidation person. I buy liquidation from different sites and pallets and stuff and go through. I like it. I like, seeing what condition everything's going to be in. I love testing it. It takes up some of my time, and it helps me, focus on my recovery aspect of everything. And a lot of times I find good stuff. A lot of times, I'd probably say 70% of the stuff is salvageable and can be resold, and probably the other 30% needs some work. And there's probably, I'd say 10 to 15% is total waste of everything I get, just throw away, which if it's at all possible, I try to donate it. But I mean, I love liquidation, and everybody should try it, I think. But if you do, start slow. I learned that the hard way to start with. I went head deep into it and lost my butt the first time. Just take it slow, and it can be very enjoyable.
I mean, I can see that. Like, I think I would enjoy it because I have anxiety and OCD, and that's why I like jeans. Because to me, jeans are soothing. I work through them one at a time. I measure them. I think going through a box like that and organizing it would be soothing for me.
It's real fun, because even though you have a manifest, there's still going to be stuff on there that you didn't know was going to be in there.
Like that anime plushie you got.
Right. It was not even
so cool.
I mean, you just never know what you're actually going to find. I mean, I try to buy mainly manifest, and it's usually pretty close, but a lot of times there's stuff in there that you just, it'll say just general merchandise. You don't know what you're going to get, and it's fun. It's like opening mystery box.
Yeah, he got a liquidation lot, and not on the map. What did I tell you it was? The anime. I had to ask Keith, remember? But
I can't remember, but I've already
he
sold
just had this like plush sitting on the top. That wasn't
right. I can't remember.
I just sold the last of my Inuyashas today. Yesterday.
That's the one plush I had, and I already sold it. So I can't remember even what it was. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I know. I had to ask Keith because it was part of Goku or Dragon Ball Z or something he watches.
Yeah, some kind of Dragon Ball Z thing that I have no idea about.
Yeah, but the estate sale around here, I mean, I might find that when Keith goes full time with me and we start going on Fridays, we might find that they're still poop. A lot of things in this area that a lot of people have success with, clearance, retail arbitrage, church sales, they're just not good in our area. And I don't know if it's because we're in Pittsburgh and certain things are not good here. Maybe if we branch out, like when he's full time, we could drive into Ohio or something. I don't know, but they're just not good here.
Yeah, it's the same way here. I mean, it's
yeah. Well, we've been looking at storage units, for instance. Like everyone's doing these storage units now. The storage unit, the online auction storage unit. Mattresses. We have not seen one, and we're checking them every, couple of days because they last 2 to 5 days for the auctions on the storage units. Every single one in this area, dirty stain mattresses, bags of trash, I don't know if it's just because I'm not, but our good if you want to do clothes because we get the 99-cent clothes. So you just kind of have to adjust to what is around you and learn how to resell that and how to make the most of it.
Right. And I mean, I've bought, one storage unit before and it was okay. But the bad part is you've got to get rid of all that trash because you're responsible for it. And I mean, that's a lot of them now require like $100, $200 cleaning fee up front that you'll get back if you clean it out.
Yeah. And we just, if we saw one that had something in it that was clearly worth money, it would be worth borrowing Keith's grandfather's pickup truck and going out there. But remember, again, I can't bend over. I can't lift more than 5 pounds. So if we had to clear storage, the bulk of the work would fall on Keith. Really be worth it for him to want to go out there with the pickup truck while I stood there and picked up, a little bit.
Yeah.
So the minute we see one that looks like it's good, trust me, we will get it and it will be on this channel. But every single one, minus like one, has had a stained mattress in it. Not going to happen. I'm not dealing with that. That is not want to deal with bed bugs. Could have bed bugs and AIDS and I don't even know what all it could have on there. I don't want anything to do with used gross mattresses.
The last thing you want to do is bring bed bugs into your house. It is a mess. Holly, it sounds like you need to move.
I used to live out near Holly. Do you guys have 99-cent Goodwills on that side of PA, or is it just our side? Just curious. I'm going to go back through this and see if we missed any questions. The largest item I sold and shipped on eBay. I would have to say it wasn't mine because I don't do it, but probably honestly for us, it's the DVD VCR combos that we get. We don't really do anything much larger than that. And Keith does all the shipping on those. Or our Rock Band guitars, but we don't anything super big. We just do local.
I'm the same way. I try to stay, DVD VCR combos about as big as I really want to ship. I try to make it simple as possible with shipping because you can really lose your butt on shipping if you don't. I don't know. I prefer smaller things, and that's what we deal with mainly. Like as a matter of fact, I just sold another VCR combo since we've been on the air, and I got to figure out about getting a box for it to ship out tomorrow. So.
Well,
Star, how do you test the guitars if you don't have a system?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think I went out for a minute because I was telling you about a good box to ship your.
Yeah, you were. I missed
combo
it.
In. And
what I do for my VCR DVD combos is I go get, I think it's either a medium or large size box at Walmart, and I have the the Boxery size, and I cut it in half and I can ship 2 with one box. And I think the boxes are about $1.50 a piece, so that ends up being 75 cents a box.
we use these 2SN, the pad. They're nice. What was the question? Oh, how do I test a guitar if I don't have a system? We have 2 or 3 systems here, and we try to only buy guitars that will work with our systems that we have, or Keith sells them as is for parts.
They're video game nerds. They got it all.
But we have a couple of systems here, and sometimes we'll have systems around that we have listed, and so we'll get guitars that we're because it's still here, and we'll just use it.
Holly, yes, most everything I try to double box. It really depends on what kind of box it's already in. I never ship it in like the box. It's retail box, never. It just depends. It depends, but mainly, yes, I do double box my stuff. Yeah, there's actually box resizers that you can buy on eBay, Amazon, and wherever. Seagull, this wonderful for cutting down boxes, however, whatever size you need.
Yeah, I would recommend getting one of those if you're going to. Scissors get really old after a while.
Yes.
Really old.
Yeah, the resizers, they're pretty tough when you first get them. It just takes some getting used to. But once you get used to use them, I mean, I don't know how I live without them.
I think I'm cutting out again.
I hear you.
Okay. Don't be surprised if, next Sunday I don't show up. It's because I threw every electronic in my house at the wall.
I would say we would like to watch you do that, but your internet's not fast enough for you to show it.
I just it's really frustrating because when I first started doing my live shows, I was on my old Alienware, and I had these fuzzy lines that would come through because it was such an old laptop. So then I switched to my desktop, and that wireless adapter was bad. So I would cut in and out. So I finally got a newer wireless adapter, and it worked, but I was back in this corner and I couldn't move that desktop computer, and the light was always bad and it was always dark. And then I got a new laptop to where I could sit in the light and be seen, but now apparently I'm having issues with it that we keep having to work through. And I'm just like, can I just have one stupid appliance in my house that works? I get frustrated because I don't know. I like things to work.
John asked how slow is first quarter. It just depends.
It depends on what you sell.
Everybody's going to be different. I mean,
first quarter is actually, for people who resell clothing, better than fourth quarter sometimes. Shh, phone's loud. Yeah, I would say first quarter for clothing resellers is better than fourth quarter. People are spending their Christmas money, their tax returns. March is well known as being the best month for reselling clothing. So it just kind of depends on what you sell.
Yeah, like Holly said, go ahead and start getting Valentine's Day stuff in your store because it's time.
I just got a case open in Poshmark with no more information than they just want to return it. They're not going to win that, are they? They didn't even put a reason or anything that it doesn't fit or nothing. It just says that they opened a case because they want to return it.
How strict is Poshmark on returns? I'm not real familiar about that.
Not for us, they're good. If you took eBay and flipped it, that's what Poshmark is. You know how eBay will give in to every single buyer and let everybody return everything and lie and sneak and cheat? Poshmark pretty much says no, absolutely. Unless they can actually prove that they ordered something 100% different than you sent them, they always roll with the seller.
So there's absolutely no buyer's remorse.
Absolutely no buyer's remorse. None. It has to be. And we had one person who tried item that was described on us. It was a brand new with tag shirt. And she said it didn't fit all her other clothes that were that size. And we must have shrunk it. And you're allowed to comment on the case. And we just said this was new with tags. It was never washed. It could not have been shrunk. And they rolled in our favor. Plus there were measurements.
Coming in.
What'd you say?
As I was telling Seymour, thanks for coming in and say he was out.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have the chat open for a second. Sorry. Thanks, Seymour. Have a good night. Thank you for participating in the questions.
Absolutely, Tiffany. Yeah, Easter stuff too. Get it in there.
Yeah, I list everything all year though. I don't do seasonal. Well, when I source, obviously when I'm outsourcing, I keep in mind that I'm sourcing for particular seasonal items or winter wear, summer wear, depending. But if I'm out in the summer sourcing and I see a leather coat for $1, I'm buying it and I'm listing it. If I see something cool for Christmas in the summer, I buy it and list it. And I don't hold it back. Like some people hold it back. I list everything.
Yeah, last year after Christmas, I went and I bought a bunch of clearance stuff at different places like Home Goods and places like that, and that stuff ended up selling. I think in February, March, on my Christmas stuff. I was surprised. So it really doesn't matter what time of year, what season it is. Stuff will sell anytime if people are wanting it.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments.
What kind of gardening items, Holly, would you recommend selling on online? I mean, like gloves, little shovels. What kind of? I mean,
Yeah, I just actually put a Minnie Mouse Easter bunny up today, but that was coincidental. She just happened to be on the top of the plush pile, death pile.
yeah.
It's real cute. And I actually, this is why I get so mad at myself sometimes when I don't get through my piles too quickly. I still listed it, but I just got through down to the pile this week, and I have an ugly Christmas sweater. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have listed that so much sooner. Like it might even sit for a year, I don't know. But I put it up just in case. Because I know that sometimes some people who have a lot of family will do late holiday parties, or they'll have like Christmas in January. So maybe someone will buy it. There are a lot of people that celebrate later.
Oh, yeah. Who else has got some questions?
Yeah, we got about 8 minutes, and I'm gonna call it. I gotta go share Posh. Huh?
Are you going to share it from 10 to 12 or from 10 to 11?
Well, yeah, but it never really takes that long. I mean, it depends on how much. Like I said, if I'm just focusing on sharing, I can get it done in an hour. But a lot of times, I'm checking my Facebook messages and watching a show, and it's kind of like my downtime, my wind down time as well. Drew, Florida, when we do our combos, we do calculated shipping by weight. So we get it packaged up how it's going to ship and weigh it and put the weight in and calculate it. And Keith usually puts 2 options on there, the USPS and then that Smart Post, which is cheaper. We don't use FedEx because the closest one to us is like a 45-minute drive away in town, and it's really annoying to get to. So we don't offer that. It's just a hassle for us. But how do you do yours?
I do the same thing, Drew. I just put in, I weigh it and add a little bit for the boxes and the packing. I know about what that's going to be and do the calculated. Because I don't use FedEx either. I actually have a FedEx close, but I've had some experiences with FedEx that I don't really deal with them too much anymore.
Yeah, ours is just it's too much of a hassle. It's too far away, and it's in this like town over here that's like a college town. It's only street parking, and there's never parking and people walking in the streets, and it's just, we did it twice and we said never again, and this was a long time ago. When I buy plush, do I buy what's cute? When I buy plush, there's a lot actually that comes into play, and I know this sounds like I just want you to watch more of my videos, but it's not true. this is my cookie cutter response because people ask me all the time in comments too. What do I look for? But honestly, there's so much that goes into how I choose and why I choose my plush and what brands are good and what's going to be worth money and is the movie coming out and blah, blah, blah. I just say, you know, go back through our haul videos, find the ones that are plush centric where you can see me holding up a plush or the title is like lots of plush and watch those. You can watch my or the what sold videos and I always go into detail about plush then, but it's not like something I can simply answer in like a sentence or two. There's a lot that goes into knowing what plush sells. And we wasted a lot of money learning, just like we did with clothes. It's a learning curve, and I had to really learn my way through it, but I don't mind sharing it. That's fine. It's just not something I can just like answer. You really have to watch me when I'm talking about plush for like an hour.
Chris, that FedEx came in your mailbox. That's probably that FedEx, is it Smart Post they use?
Yeah,
it takes forever to get stuff with that. It is a very slow option.
Chris, plush is slow. Plush is the longest of the long tails. It's slower than ties. It's slower than clothes. Even the ones that you think are going to be like home run, stellar overnight, there's probably 10 or more other ones like it. Certain times of the year, plush sells better than other times of the year. It's very, very rare that a plush is going to sell fast. I've only had a couple that did, and they were very like super duper cool, rare. There's a singing frog on the internet. Not the Looney Tunes one. The crazy frog. You know who I'm talking about? He's blue. He da 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 da. I don't even know. I found him, and he was the only one of his kind, and he sold overnight. But he was the only one, and he's a popular like internet sensation. But plush takes a while. It just does. It's not going to move fast. And when it does move fast, it's usually because you're one of very few that have that particular plush on. But they're slow. They are long tail.
Holly said the name's Crazy Frog.
Yeah, Crazy Frog. So we found the one with the aviator hat and the goggles, and he actually sang and he worked and everything. And he was the only one exactly like him that had the goggles and the stuff. And he had sold in the past for $40. We paid $1. So I listed him for like 40 plus shipping, and he went like overnight.
Michigan J Frog. Who is Michigan J Frog?
Polly and her frog. If you guys wonder why I keep looking over here, it's because I'm reading the chat on my phone.
Me too. I have my chat. I'm reading the chat off my phone, so I'm afraid if I bring it up on my computer, it's going to shut the whole thing down because I'm not using a real new computer.
In and out. I guess we will call it a night because I'm keep cutting in and out, and you guys are going to see me throw a computer.
There's Tim.
So before we take off, I would like to thank Justin, who's not here, but thank you, Justin, for coming on tonight, and thank you, Lance, for coming on, and thank you to both of you for holding down the fort when I had to reboot and stuff and had technical difficulties. I appreciate it. Thank you, Holly.
Giving me my first live experience. I enjoyed it.
It's fun. I love live, especially when you have guests on. You can just kind of like chat.
Right.
It's fun. So yeah, thank you to my two guests for showing up. When the video is fully uploaded on YouTube later on tonight, I will go down in the description box and link both of their YouTubes and their Instagrams so that you guys can go follow them. Please do. They're both amazing people. Holly, thank you for coming in and moderating. And thank you to everyone who came into the chat tonight. We went an hour and a half tonight, and we still got 34 people here. That is amazing. Awesome. It's Christmas Eve, and you guys are still here an hour and a half later through all the technical technical difficulties. So I 100% appreciate you guys. I want you guys to, I think I already said to follow them. I'll put it down below. And thank you again for giving us your time. Without you guys, there would be no Flipping Hippos. I want everyone to have a very, very Merry Christmas and a very good holiday, however you celebrate it, whoever you spend it with. Merry Christmas, you guys. Thank you for coming.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good one.
Yep. Smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel, please. We have these hungry hippos to feed. See you guys later. I love everyone. Bye.